to the EpicVerse Podcast, where curiosities and theories run wild about the strange and spectacular and everything in between. And now, your hosts, JosiahRises, Benjamin, and Epic Mike.
And we are back! It's us! It's Ben, it's Josiah, it's Mike, and we are here as the fantastic, thrilling threesome.
Okay, let's call him.
I do like fantastic, thrilling threesomes,
and you are just the perfect one to put right in the middle of that.
I know.
Right in the middle of the threesome.
Right in the middle.
Like,
yep.
You can just take it both
Oh,
ways,
yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
You can give it both ways,
Yeah, I
too.
sure can. Yep.
And,
Beneficial.
we're here, boys. We're here, ready to rock and roll.
Always.
And, talk about some crazy stuff. So
Crazy stuff on this podcast? Are you kidding? We never talk about crazy stuff on this podcast.
I know that I mean, so I know that you haven't listened to it yet, Ben.
Uh-oh.
But the episode that Mike and I did last week when you weren't here, took some interesting turns. So.
What kind of interesting turns are we talking about? Like,
You probably have to wait until the episode comes out.
Let's say that it involves you without you being involved.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that at all. Should I not listen to it to like preserve my dignity?
No. Well, I mean, it's kind of the lore now.
So you've added more to the lore. Yeah. I see.
Yes.
Very interesting. I'm a little.
Yes, we have.
I'm color me slightly intrigued, but also very, very nervous. Especially because Mike's involved.
That's true.
I can never not be nervous when Mike's involved and I'm not there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you know how they're trying to make like human pig hybrids?
Yeah.
I wonder what a human hippo hybrid would be like.
No.
You ever think about that? Maybe that is the key to the future.
A human.
Let me look this up now.
Mike's like, yes, that
hybrid.
is the answer that we needed, is a human hippo hybrid.
I mean, you'd be probably one of the strongest human beings that exists ever.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I imagine
terrifying.
Moto to be like.
That literally just looks exactly like Moto. It's weird. I don't like it.
I don't like it
Really?
either.
Is there actually like a human hippo hybrid?
Well, all the art is there, and it's terrifying. I don't like it.
Nice. You know, the more that I think about hippos, the more they grow on me. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well,
But please don't fall into the pit of acknowledging that the hippo whale thing, because we know that's not true. We know that's
absolutely is true.
Well,
100% true.
but
you can deny science all you want.
I
man.
will.
Like, listen.
When it comes to that science, I'll deny it all day long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
What do you guys think is the coolest animal hybrid?
Probably none of them, because I think that's twisted. A little disturbing.
Not even like minotaurs or.
Oh, you mean like mythological?
Like
He
I mean,
said
those are hybrids.
animal hybrids.
Oh, okay.
He
Probably
didn't even say human animal hybrids. He just said human.
like animal hybrids.
Yeah.
Probably a sphinx would be the coolest.
Then you are way overthinking this, buddy.
I didn't overthink that. I just said a sphinx. I don't see how that's overthinking it, Michael.
I'm talking about before this and how many questions you asked.
Well, this is 20 questions after all.
You know what mine is? Chimera.
that?
Which happens
That's
to
a
be
good
the
answer.
Dude,
mascot of
Chimera
this
are
podcast.
amazing.
Yeah, they are pretty great, but you know,
I should get I should get the logo of the EpicVerse podcast, and then I could put it on a canvas over here on this side of me.
That'd be pretty
You
sweet.
should.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
That'd be lit.
I like that.
Right next to the EpicVerse.
It'd be
I would
pretty-
like one as well.
I too would
Yeah,
like.
I
I
can get
too
you
would
one.
like one to actually have something
it's
on the
too late
back of my
now.
wall.
He said,
Yeah,
it's-
but you
too
don't
late.
hang anything on your wall, Ben.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
He
I'm
does.
sorry. I want to hang stuff on the back of my wall.
Okay, if I did get you a canvas, would you hang on the
Absolutely.
back of your wall? Would
Yeah,
you
how
really?
big is it though?
I mean, I can make it as big as you want.
Yeah, you got a little
Why-
bit of some of
why am I
those some growth pills or something.
what have I done? Why am I here?
Oh yeah.
Let's just say that I'm a grower, not a shower.
No. Chad doesn't want to know that.
No, what is the line from I'm somewhat of a scientist myself or something like that?
I'm somewhat of a grower myself.
Amazing.
That's what real bros can bond
Exactly.
over, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Real bros can bond over that, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But anyway,
sure.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you guys run out the clock. It's just,
yeah.
Talk about it.
So what's on your mind, Mike?
Well, I like to since we got talking about animals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me think about just like mythical animals. Centaurs, I think, are pretty dope.
Centaurs are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of minotaurs. Like minotaurs just really just speak to me.
Theseus and the Minotaur.
I think it's weird that you guys call it Minotaur,
not
instead
Minotaur.
of Minotaur.
Okay, saying Minotaur sounds kind of weird. Like Minotaur actually sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's also from Minos, which is the correct way to pronounce that, not Minos.
Yeah, who are the people that pronounce that?
What do you mean?
What?
Who are the people that pronounce it Minos?
The expert.
No. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Mike, I thought you cared about what experts
Let's go into
said.
specifics about who they are.
I thought you cared.
I never said experts. I said scientists.
Mm-hmm. Well, the scientists
That's
are the
really
expert,
different.
apparently. So
There's a difference between a scientist and just calling yourself an expert.
You gotta trust the experts.
Some
bro,
guy could be like, I'm an expert poop eater, and you go, okay, cool, yeah, man, I believe you.
Well,
doesn't make him an expert. Doesn't make him a scientist about poop.
Trust the experts, Mike.
No,
trust them.
I will say
I'm just wondering
this,
because I kind of think the people that named it Minos are probably all dead, and if they're all dead, then they can't say anything to me if I call it a Minotaur.
Minotaur just sounds kind of
just
weird,
like Hercules, but it's actually Heracles.
Heracles is the better way to pronouncing that. Actually,
it's the correct way to pronounce it.
Okay,
according to dead people.
Can I come in here with some facts for a second?
No,
I know what they're talking about.
I'm coming here with facts.
Dead people usually know what they're talking about
that
more
work
than
in your
alive
favor.
people do.
They're dead though.
These are facts that work in your favor. So can I come out and say them, please?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, I guess.
So according to Greek pronunciation, it is Minotaurus, and if you say it in like an American saying, it would be Minotaur or Minotaur. Minotaur. But in British, it would be a Minotaur. So technically, a bunch of different people say it a different way, but
that's funny because the way that I started to pronounce it, Minotaur, was from like watching the behind the scenes, the making of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and everyone on there, has
they're all British.
New Zealand accents.
New Zealand, yeah.
And then they would pronounce it Minotaur, so that's kind of how I picked it up. So they also say aluminium. So.
Yeah, that was your first mistake. Listening to those guys. They put extra U's in their words.
Yeah, it literally doesn't exist. It's amazing.
They put extra like letters or like vowels in their words and stuff.
I respect it.
I mean, same respect. Yeah, language is made up in the first place, right?
The Kiwis.
So.
Yeah. Yep. They're just noises we make with our mouths, basically. So.
See, it's a new language. There you go.
There you go. Wait, did you just speak some of your alien language there?
Kind of sounds like you're having a stroke. I'm gonna be really with you. I'm concerned. Wow, that was really insensitive to people, stroke victims, Ben.
So speaking of mythological creatures, there's been one creature that's been on my mind that isn't so mythological.
Oh,
I don't think this creature's been on your mind at all.
I've been
called out.
I don't think you thought once about this creature until today.
I think about this creature all the time.
Josiah thinks about this creature every night, just wishing he could snuggle it.
It's literally what I think about when I go to sleep every night.
Yeah.
So
he sees his wife and he just sees this creature on her face.
And that is none other than the great-eared nightjar.
You see that? He had to read it off Google because he
wanted to make sure he remembered what its name was.
He's like,
I
gotta make sure I got it right.
Great-eared nightjar?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
What if it's
tape jar?
Griot-eared?
And this is a dragon-like bird straight out of a fantasy movie, but it's not actually. It's actually real. But
what if it's called a griot though? It's not great. It's griot-eared.
What if it's a griot or our
griot? Griot actually sounds cooler than griot.
Yeah, but did you verify that it's not a griot?
Griot-eared nightjar. It is a form of owl, actually.
Oh.
And if you guys Google pictures of it, you will see that it is a very cool looking little owl.
What if I just take your word for it and don't look at pictures of it?
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the listeners. But yeah. But if you look at pictures of it, it does look pretty dope. And it is something that I want to catch and keep.
I think
a
that,
pet.
I mean,
so
A, that sounds illegal, but B, what makes it so cool, Josiah? Tell us some facts.
So, the griot-eared nightjar.
I like that we're calling it the griot-eared nightjar now.
The Latin name for this
Something like
is Lyncornis macrotis.
I would like to call it Lyncornis macrotis. Thank you.
You really plowed through that word, Josiah. I'm really proud of you.
It is a species of nightjar in the family
Caprimulgidae.
Come on.
Caprimulgidae.
Oh,
Caprimulgidae. You can have that with your spaghetti. And the class
Somebody touch my
Aves,
spaghetti.
and can be found in southwest India and in parts of Southeast Asia.
Aww.
It's a nocturnal bird
Aww.
and is categorized under 5 subspecies.
Aww.
And I'm not gonna read all those off because it's just literally just a bunch of Latin gibberish.
Wow, you were sitting there correcting me about how to pronounce Minotaur, and then you're just gonna throw the Latin language under the bus.
I pronounced the one that was relevant. So
Ben, what are you doing? Are you okay?
So the great-eared nightjar, and I'm just saying this right now, okay? Let's just be honest. It's just a bird.
Okay, well, but birds are people.
The pictures
too?
of it are way cooler. The birds are, or the pictures of it are way cooler than the actual, description of the bird.
That is true.
So make sure you look up pictures of it because that's kind of where the actual cool stuff is here. But it is a cool looking bird. I will give it that. It would be cooler if it did breathe fire. Yeah. By the way, and I know Ben is a huge denier of this, but there was absolutely a dinosaur once that breathed fire. And I don't care what Ben says about that.
What was the name of this dinosaur?
It was the
Parasaurolophus. No, the Parasaurolophus did not blow fire.
You can't even name it. You can't even say his name right. I already pronounced it.
You got me frustrated. No, he butchered that. Parasaurolophus did not blow fire.
The what?
Parasaurolophus.
You sound like you have a stroke again.
That's the actual name.
Sure, I don't believe you at all.
Man,
like not even like a.
Can you imagine coming up with a name for that? Like,
man, could you imagine thinking you had the right name, like Ben is, and you've already pronounced it?
They probably just threw a bunch of letters from a Scrabble game into a little cup and then tossed it on.
You can literally go look it up on
that's the name of it.
Parasaurolophus.
Yeah, and it breathed fire.
Did not breathe fire.
Yeah, they breathe fire.
Did not.
That's why it had the cone on the back of its head.
That's literally not.
It kept the fire up in the back of its head like that. And they'd be like, because it's I gotta cool down a little bit, bro.
Anyway, so I just wanted to destroy Ben some facts right there.
That's not actually a fact. You can look it up and have that disproven. So.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna look it up. Oh, wait a minute. Are you telling me we gotta trust the scientist that said it couldn't?
Yeah.
Just like the same scientist that said that the hippo and the whale were related?
Mike has a fact.
You either believe it or you don't, Ben. You don't get to cherry pick this.
Mike's coming at you with a very strong argument.
Because I hate hippos and I love dinosaurs, so I care more about one.
Well, so you're biased, and there it is.
Yep,
but
biased.
I'm looking at pictures here.
I'm also based.
Scientists believe that this
Parasaurolophus. Get it right, Michael.
Parasaurolophus could absolutely breathe fire. I'm looking at it right now.
No, it could not.
Mic drop.
Even if you play the game Jurassic World Evolution,
I've played it.
There's straight up a mod. There's a mod that you can add to the game that makes it breathe fire.
Okay, well,
why would somebody make a mod?
A mod.
Why would somebody make a mod that makes it breathe fire if it couldn't do it?
Yeah.
All are stupid.
Ben, do you know anything about dinosaurs?
Yes, I literally know. I probably know the most about dinosaurs of anybody here. Thank you.
I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, well,
based on what the the experts that say that hippos are related to whales say. Interesting.
So listen, Ben. This is where we're at.
Interesting.
This is where we're at this point. You either got to admit that hippos and whales are related, or that this dinosaur couldn't breathe fire. You can't have both. If the dinosaur couldn't breathe fire, hippos are related to whales. If hippos aren't related to whales, this dinosaur can absolutely breathe fire.
I will not be forced to pick and choose.
Choose your path,
no,
Ben.
Can't do it. Choose my own adventure. Won't do it. Thank you. I've picked all the adventures.
Anyway.
I'm looking at it right now. I mean, there's a lot of talks about this.
Yeah. Exactly.
No.
Well,
I don't know why Ben is such an avid denier of them being able to breathe fire. Like, doesn't that make them cooler? That makes them a lot cooler than what they were, to be honest.
Henry Morris and James Gilmer suggested a fire-producing reptile could breathe out gases that would ignite upon contact with oxygen.
Yeah.
And you know what, Ben? This is the thing. We already have a creature that can basically do that. It just doesn't come out of its mouth. It comes out of its butthole.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, for our listeners,
bombardier beetle?
Bombardier beetle. Wow.
Yeah.
You called it a bombardier.
Bombardier.
Are we just going to have trouble with the pronunciations this whole episode?
Yes,
we are. We're all going to pronounce it differently?
Yes, we are.
Bombardier? The bombardier.
Bombardier.
Bombardier sounds way cooler than
No,
bombardier.
it doesn't. Like bombardier.
It's the bombardier.
No.
Bombardier beetle.
Nope. This thing is the spray is produced from a reaction between two chemical compounds, hydroquinone
Cortisone cream?
and hydrogen peroxide.
Boom.
When they store it in its body, and then it just goes, you know what? I think I've had enough. Time to shoot it out of my butt.
Yeah.
And if a beetle could do that, why couldn't a dinosaur?
Yes, that's exactly my point.
Duh.
And apparently this thing
Logic.
actually could get really hot when it comes out.
So do
It
I.
releases the released energy raises the temperature of the mixture to nearly 100 degrees Celsius. So it just like straight up sprays like hot gas out of his butt.
I like it. I like
You
it.
know,
Same.
so if it could do that, then I'm pretty sure there's a lizard somewhere that can shoot it out of its mouth.
Yeah. Yep. And guess what? The Bible talks about fire-breathing lizards. Boom.
Yeah, there you go, Ben.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
What do you say about that?
Ben was about to say frick the Bible, but he knows he can't say that.
Mic drop. Now I have nothing else to say to you.
You guys want to know something else? It's kind of crazy.
What?
Because we've talked about this before. Komodo dragons.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of people believed for a long time that their bacteria that was in their mouth was so like nasty that it could kill you really quickly. Apparently, that is not true. Scientists have actually discovered they have actual venom in their mouth,
Oh.
so they're poisonous.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, they found that
Okay.
the Komodo dragon's venom rapidly decreases
Yeah.
blood pressure, expedites blood loss, and sends a victim into shock. Yeah.
And guess what? There's also some beetles out there, some insects that also have poison. So, you know.
So we're starting to see there's a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a gap. There's a bridged gap here.
Mm-hmm.
Beetles.
And you know something else that we have? Flying dinosaurs. Those are probably the ones we know the least about. The flying dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? There's some flying dinosaurs that have that big giant little thing on the back of their head, just like the Parathalophus.
And guess what? There's also the stag beetle, which happens to look a lot like the Triceratops.
Which is basically a distant cousin
Oh
of the
my
Parathalophus.
goodness.
So what
So,
I'm saying is we could have a flying, fire-breathing reptile on our hands, Ben.
Maybe. But you know who didn't fly?
It's not.
The
It's not maybe.
Parasaurolophus.
It's no, it doesn't fly
Yeah.
because it can breathe fire.
No.
It can do both. Now its flying cousin, the Pteropophalophysis, could.
Just kill me now, please. I want to.
Well, if I was a fire-breathing lizard, I would.
see, you know, there's all these scientists that are saying that, you know, dinosaurs are basically just birds today. I think dinosaurs are actually the beetles of today and the bugs of today.
That definitely makes
Wow.
a lot of sense.
Wow. That's
I mean,
deep.
it makes way more sense than birds.
Yeah.
When was the last time that you've seen a fire-breathing bird?
When was the last time you saw a fire-breathing dinosaur?
Never, because they all died.
Exactly.
But you know who did see them? Many people's ancestors. They have stories about them. They have cave drawings about them.
And why is it that in almost all mythologies across the world, most dragons can breathe fire?
I never said that dragons didn't exist. I just said that the Parasaurolophus can't breathe fire.
I don't believe you, and you don't know.
That's all I said.
You don't know, Ben.
Well,
You don't know.
You want to hear another really crazy thing? We talked about this a little bit, not on the podcast, but on something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's like a lot of evidence, but nobody really knows exactly how like humans started using fire to cook our food because everything is raw. We kind of talked about that. You know, Here's the thing, Ben. The only two possibilities between that is that they either were taught by a Nephilim
or they figured it out.
or Ben, these are people that used to wipe their ass with rocks.
No, they figured
I'm pretty
it out.
sure they didn't figure out how to cook. No, what they probably did was they saw this dinosaur, and he was fighting another dinosaur, and he burned him with his fire breath, and they're like, whoa, this meat tastes way better like this than it did raw like the other way we ate it. So then they figured it out from that. That's the only two options.
No.
It's either fire-breathing dinosaurs
Disagree.
or the Nephilim.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you either believe that the Nephilim were real and seeded the planet and taught people how to use technology, which would explain, the story of Prometheus bringing fire to the people, or they saw a dinosaur cooking other meat with its fire breath.
Oh, fire!
And they were like, "Hey, man, we should start doing that too." So,
or are you just going to deny that dinosaurs existed?
We can't do that. It'd be about as bad as saying that the Earth is flat.
Well, apparently some of our listeners believe that too.
So. Do they actually?
Yes, some of our viewers actually.
Did you look at the comments on that video?
I gotta look at it now.
Yeah, there's people that were like, actually.
Oh my.
So we'll have to talk to them again.
Hold on.
We'll have to talk to them.
Yeah. So we might have to do.
We gotta talk about the frickin' meat table, baby. Let's go.
The frickin' meat table.
Human meat table. Oh, that was one of my favorite episodes we've ever done.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad, but you're trying to.
Great.
It feels like you're trying to change the subject again
Flatter.
off of what we talked about specifically, which was fire-breathing dinosaurs.
Yes. Yep. I mean, I am not someone that is closed-minded. I am totally open to believing that there could have been fire-breathing dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Unlike Ben. So, and that's fine. He can be a denier, and
yeah. Kind of a hater.
Something that he'll have to have on his conscience, I guess. So.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
That's on you. That's on your head, Ben.
Yeah. Yep.
Being really close-minded about this.
Wow.
Wearing a Hufflepuff hat like
you're,
but you're not really repping Hufflepuff very well.
Look what I'm repping.
EpicVerse. You know what EpicVerse stands for, Ben?
Yeah, EpicVersatility.
Open-mindedness.
Wow.
He has a phoenix in his mind. And you know what a phoenix is, Ben?
EpicVersing.
A bird.
Yeah.
With fire.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's in a lot of legends. And you know what?
Yeah, I love phoenixes.
Probably means there was some kind of bird that inspired that. And chances are it probably wasn't a bird. Chances are it was probably a fire-breathing dinosaur.
Frickin' dinosaur.
Ben, listen, all roads lead back to there being a dinosaur at some point that could breathe fire. And I don't know why you can't accept it.
I mean, I've never seen Ben this passionately against an idea.
Yeah.
In his
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I bet you there were dragons, which technically would be a fire-breathing dinosaur. My biggest
but what were dragons?
Argument.
What were dragons, Ben?
Dinosaurs. My argument, though, was that the Parasaurolophus cannot breathe fire.
The Parasaurolophus absolutely could breathe fire.
Parasaurolophus.
And I'm kind of sick of you getting this name. If you don't get this name right, Ben, we're gonna have problems on this show.
Ben, the fact is that you don't know if it can breathe fire.
Listen, last week, this is another thing, Ben, that we talked about. We actually let the audience in a little bit on how we operate around here last week, and we let them know that we have a cracked team of scientists talk to us and report to us every week to give us the most accurate information possible.
Out that secret?
And
all we do is give the most accurate details.
And they come to us and they tell us how to pronounce these words.
When you tell them things like...
And you're here calling this dinosaur by the wrong name,
Mike.
And they work night and day in that basement,
Mike,
to pronounce that
eating
name.
Spam.
Mike.
Eating spam.
But we've now broken the barrier.
Drinking their own urine.
We've broken the barrier between our audience and us. We're not supposed to give them that. This arguing, they're supposed to be enjoying.
Then it's too late now. The cat's already out of that bag.
Fun.
You weren't here to stop that from happening. Now they all know. But we need you to pronounce the Parasaurolophus.
All right, the Parasaurolophus. Our scientists, our experts.
Not the Parasaurolophus.
Okay, Ben. Let me ask you this question. Name one dinosaur that would be more likely to be able to breathe fire than the Parasaurolophus.
There we go. The Parasaurolophus. Can't.
I'm not having this discussion anymore.
Yeah, you can't. That's exactly what people that lost the argument do. They're like, well, I don't want to talk about it anymore. You've been exposed, Ben. I'm sorry, man. You've been exposed. Dinosaur fraud. That's illegal.
Dinosaur.
You've been misrepresenting the power of Sophomos. And I'm just done with it. It can breathe fire.
You're gonna have to get admonished by our team of scientists that work tirelessly in the basement.
You're gonna have to feed him to spam this week.
I will. I'll go feed him to him. With their
You're gonna have to clean their cages.
Just be careful because they might bite your hand. So
Listen, go look up a picture. Just type in fire-breathing dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Type it in. Our listeners can do this activity as well.
All right, let's all do it together.
Dinosaur. Oh. And what's the first image that pops up?
The fire-breathing Parasaurolophus
what is it?
theory.
Paphyrophosophilis.
Boom. Destroyed. Destroyed.
Second thing, fire-breathing dinosaurs? Question mark. Paraphosophilis.
Yep. Look at that. Paraphosophilis right out there, right on the cover.
Dinosaur, those terrible lizards, and right next to it, a Paraphosophilis breathing fire. Ben, the evidence is overwhelming. I think we lost Ben. Seems exactly what a person that doesn't want to admit that this dinosaur can breathe fire would do. You just completely, went off camera. Ben, come back. You gotta finish this episode, bro.
Oh my gosh. Ben, it's all right. We're all wrong sometimes.
Just like you guys.
I just don't know why you can't even
breathing fire.
I don't know why you can't even be open to that possibility, Ben. That's what really bothers me. Overwhelming evidence. I'm even looking right here. Somebody even drew out like a little sciencey thing on Twitter showing how it could breathe the fire.
Yeah.
Dwayne T. Gish's book, Dinosaurs by Design and Dinosaurs as Terrible Lizards.
And it all checks out for me. So
yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Middle passage, cross-section through bone. Nasal passage, cross-section through skull. On breathing out, air pass from the throat into the base of the crest, up the tubes, and down the main tube to the nostrils.
Mm-hmm.
Seems right to me.
Yeah. Yep. That is what I call science.
Yeah. And I'm really proud of our scientists, our EpicVerse scientists.
I mean, they're doing such a good job down there in that freaking basement. They're doing such a good job. I honestly can't believe how good of a job they're doing.
Yeah.
What about freaking legends? Yeah.
So, not to change the subject too much.
No, obviously not. No.
I did see some pictures of the great eared nightjar being held by people, so I think that people can have them. So
you can have it as a pet.
Yeah, it makes me want one even more.
Yeah,
and
it's a perfect way to.
I kind of want to make this happen.
Close out this conversation.
I am going to have to hop on a plane and go to India and try to catch me.
Dude, that's our next big EpicVerse adventure.
Well, I mean, there's, it's crazy. There's some jungles in India. What might be out there?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Ancient dinosaurs. The Paphyrophosophilis could be out there,
out
breathing fire out there.
Yep. Exactly.
Might be a chance to change the world. Yeah.
Maybe that is going to be our final boss that we bring to the giant war, the Great War.
Yeah, we're gonna need these. Maybe that's why Ben doesn't want us talking about fire-breathing dinosaurs, because they want to recruit them for themselves.
Oh, so are you saying that Ben might not even be on our side?
He might not even be on our side. Yeah, he might be against us. I mean, he's been very adamantly against hippos from the beginning.
Yeah.
He's against dinosaurs even possibly breathing fire, especially the Paraphosophilis.
The one thing that he was totally on board with, though, was the star jelly alien jizz rubbing that on your body. But
yes, he was very much on board for that.
Always.
We told the audience that you have an entire chamber full of that star jelly that you lay in at night.
Yes, I do. And it's
delightful. He's just completely given up. We just lost the plot. We pushed him too hard. We pushed him and hammered him too hard, and now he's like, you know what? Fine, I can't do it anymore. You guys are right. The Paraphosophilis can breathe
I will
fire,
be
and I was
calling
wrong.
my father tomorrow to have him smite every one of you from this planet.
Look, your space alien dad isn't
He'll
that
come back for me.
strong.
I don't think Ben's alien species even have weapons.
They've got weapons powerful.
They throw star jelly in each other's
More
eyes.
powerful than you could imagine, Michael.
They just have like a big old blob of it in their pockets at all time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I need more star jelly. But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, you know,
we found it. We
that
figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah, we once again solving all the problems of the world right here on the EpicVerse podcast, as we do. Ben can deny it all he wants. He can deny the facts that are laid out in front of him, the undeniable, overwhelming evidence, and that's fine. You know, that's his burden to bear. But for the rest of us, you know, we will continue to solve the problems and bring you guys all of the facts that you need.
We're here to bring the truth to you guys.
Exactly, and
That's what we want.
expose who needs to be exposed.
Yep.
So.
Paraposyphilis can breathe fire, and that's what we proved today.
All right, I'm done.
So with that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for watching this episode. If you're watching us on YouTube, please comment and subscribe. If you're listening to us on your favorite audio podcast platform, then please leave a review. We would appreciate that a lot, and we will catch you all in another episode very soon.
Deuces!
Bye.